Hey guys, what's up? Last week we launched the Maxtruckers TCS fuel card, a fuel card with which you can save an average of 35 cents per gallon, and there are no other hidden costs and charges associated with the card. Now, after the launch of the card, we got a lot of queries on our Facebook group through emails and phone. Now, to answer these queries, I'm going to interview Jim Yates, who's a director at TCS Fuel. I am Jerry, the founder of Maxtruckers.com and a logistics expert. We work with the owner operators and carriers across US and Canada and help them to grow their business and maximize profits. Now, this card is absolutely free for you, my trucker buddies. All you need to do is there's a link in the description below. You can click and apply, and one of us will get in touch with you and take you ahead with the application process. Now, let's get ahead with the video. Hi, Jim. Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm good, James. So the whole agenda of today's face-to-face interaction is we've been talking to a lot of owner operators and carriers, and on our group on Facebook, we've been getting a couple of queries regarding fuel cards. So most importantly is we say that we provide the Max Truckers TCS fuel card provides a saving of an average of 35 cents per gallon, right? So the first question is, what is the actual savings that someone can get out of this card?
Well, it can vary based on where they are and where they shop. But in 2019, our average discount to our clients was in fact 35 and a half cents a gallon.
Okay.
Actually, in 2020, last year, that average discount rose to 45 and a half cents a gallon.
Whoa.
So our pricing is a little bit different than most of the models out there, and it certainly drives interest into our card.
Okay.
Because quite frankly, our pricing is probably the best in the industry. Most of the cards that you see out there are retail minus base offerings,
Okay.
and which is fine. It's a standard offering. Ours is based on cost plus, and we'll probably get in and talk a little bit about how cost plus works later.
Okay.
But it gives us the ability to really take a small carrier and allow him to enjoy some of the benefits that the larger fleets do, because most all large fleets in the country are not buying their fuel based on retail minus. They're going in and negotiating cost plus discounts.
Oh, okay. So 40 plus cents is a very big saving, if you ask me, right? So that means a single truck owner, doing maybe a 1,500 miles per week with getting 4 miles per gallon, I think he can save close more than $7,000 per truck a year, right?
Oh, absolutely. And it's all about utilizing the tools and shopping at the networks that are offering the discount. Our basic offering, we call it is a discount. It's a discounted pricing.
Okay.
In other words, we offer a zero fee if you shop inside our network. We provide the tools so you can look and see what today's price is before you go and shop. You can utilize it for routing purposes, and figuring out what's best for you, not only from a pricing standpoint, based on retail or cost plus, but from a tax standpoint as well.
Oh, awesome. So another question is, how many locations do we serve? How many in-network locations? Who are the partners that we have right now?
So we ride the rails of EFS. So our card is universally accepted at every location that EFS works with. And it's, depending on how you count them, there's probably 8,000 locations total. Okay. Our network locations consist of about 1,100 locations, between 1,000 and 1,100. It's been growing lately, so it's closing in on 1,100 anyways. Led by our key partner of TA Petro, okay. Which is a nationwide group, and they also have begun to open up some TA Express type locations, okay. Which just broadens the network. But we also work with a host of independent locations, led by Ambest and Roadies groups, which have been with us from the very beginning. Okay. And then we have some regional chains like the Petroleum Wholesale Group, Sap Brothers, Road Rangers in the Midwest, among others. So we've got pretty good coverage. I don't think no matter where you're shopping or where you live or where you're buying fuel, you can find it. a location where you can save money, and that's really the key to it.
So more than 1100 locations, more than 1100 locations and counting.
Yeah, right at 1100. Yes, sir.
Oh, awesome. All right. So, what's the best way to use the card? Like, what would you suggest someone like who's planning to use a card to get the 35 cents or more discounts? What's the best way to use the card?
Well, we provide a tool called a fuel finder.
Okay.
You can use it, from a mobile app type standpoint, which obviously is handy for the drivers. But if you have an office, it can also be run off a desktop. And it gives them the ability to pull up every location in our network, and then they can focus in on the discounted locations. And approximately 75 to 80% of our gallons are purchased through our in-network locations, and that's where the savings is, and that's what we base our discount. That when we talk about averaging 45.5 cents a gallon last year, that's based on purchases that people are where they're looking and shopping at our in-network locations. That's the key.
So how many gallons did we purchase last month?
So in December, we actually had a record month. We purchased just over 30 million gallons.
Whoa.
So it's made up of I don't, it's a growing number, but it's about 8,500 accounts. Most of them are small carriers.
Okay.
So we try to pull them all together, consolidate their gallons when we negotiate our pricing, and the more gallons we can get, then the better pricing we'll be able to drive home to the users.
So 30 million and counting, and 1100.
Yes, sir.
And 1100 locations and counting. That's really,
Yes,
that's a big reach out there. Okay, so now you said the best way is to plan the route, use the Fuel Finder app, and you'll be able to find the in-network locations on the way. You'll get the discounts there, right? And accordingly, you can plan the whole route. So, what are the other benefits of the card? Like, say, what can I use the card, and apart from fuel, what all can I use it for?
Well, our card's a fully functional card, and there's several things you can use it for. Number one, it's all about being able to control the activities that if you've got multiple drivers that are using it, so you can set your limits. You set the purchase policies for what you want to allow the driver to use, anywhere from it being wide open. Now, again, this is not like a standard, Visa or MasterCard, where you can just go in and willy-nilly buy whatever you want. This is a fuel-based card, so primarily what we're doing is we're buying diesel fuel. We're buying things like fuel and oil, maybe minor repairs and things like that.
Okay.
And then you have the ability, if you want to allow drivers to get cash or utilize the card to create a check to pay a lumper or to purchase a new tire or something along those lines.
Okay. What about service? What I remember is we do give service discounts.
We have a service discount program primarily through TA Petro.
Okay.
It offers a variety of savings. Up front, the discounts on our savings don't compare with the discounts on our fuel, but you can save $20 on an oil change, or you can get a 10 or 15% off on certain types of purchases, and they'll run specials from time to time, and we'll communicate that with our clients through via email.
Oh, okay. So there's a communication with the clients that you keep informing them about the.
Oh yeah, we let them know when things are going on, and they can obviously turn it on or turn it off if they're not interested.
Oh, got it. All right. So the next big question is the charges associated with the card. What are the charges? Specifically, is there a monthly retainer? If I don't use a minimum usage that is required, a yearly renewal fees, etc. What are the other charges with the card? To own this card.
So, well, starting out, our basic pricing is a zero transaction fee in network. So if you use our card in network for all your fuel and purchases, essentially you don't have any fees at all. We do not charge setup fees. We do not charge monthly fees, which are very common in the marketplace today.
Okay.
So our fees are pretty simple: $3 out of network, 0 fee in network, and if you utilize it for checks and cash, it's a $3 fee. If it's a standalone purchase, fuel and cash at the same time in network is 0 fee as well.
Oh, fuel and cash.
So those are the basic fees. We don't charge, like I say, we don't charge monthly fees. Really, the only other fees that you would ever engage in would be for funding the account. Our card is a cash secured account. It's not a credit card.
Okay.
The drivers do have to establish a credit line by putting up cash. Once they do that, then they're off and ready to go. And we chose to not do the credit down the credit path because we wanted to be able to create as much value in our offering from the discounts and pass it all on to the clients whenever possible.
Oh, okay. So, so there is no procurement charges for the card. There are no monthly minimums. There are some usage charges outside network, but within the network, if you're using it for fuel, it is 0 transaction fee. Yeah, I mean, I think I summarized it.
Right. The only charges that they may incur is going to be as they fund their account. Okay. We have a couple of free options: ACH credit and we have a Zelle, a private. Okay. Basically a customized Zelle product that we call Blink, which is is both of those are free. But if they do an ACH debit or a wire, or they can fund it with a Western Union or they can fund it with a com check or an EFS check. There are some charges associated with that.
Okay, so ACH credit and Zelle are free.
Yes, sir.
Oh, awesome. So I guess most of the carriers do use Zelle nowadays. So I think that shouldn't be a problem. So the next thing that I wanted to ask you is, so if I apply for a card today, right? We apply for the Maxtruckers TCS fuel. How much time does it take for the card to come, and what's the whole process like?
We've just developed and introduced an automated portal process, if you will, where we'll send a link. The driver goes in, fills in their information, comes to us. We actually will automatically create the agreement and get it back to them. Typically, it's same day. Okay. And then once we get it back and process it, it'll be processed into our system. And we sync that with our partner EFS that night. And next day the cards will be shipped out depending on where they're located at. Cards take, generally speaking, 3 to 5 days. And then once they have the cards in hand, all they got to do is implement it, fund the account, and they're ready to go. So typically it's always inside of a week. Again, it really depends on the mailman sometimes.
And the cards are totally free. So when I apply, there is no charge for for the application or the card itself.
No charge, no setup fees, no fees at all on the front end.
Awesome. These are the reasons that we are partnering with you. But that's the reason that we got a lot of questions from owner operators and carriers around whatever we discussed today, and I think we've covered most of them. And I think we have covered all the features of the card. It's a very robust card that we have seen, and we are seeing a lot of traction and interest being generated around this card. Mainly because the way you said, you're passing the cost plus benefit that accounts to more than 35 cents per gallon. So that's a lot of saving for owner operators and even fleet owners itself. So yeah, so I guess, so Jim, do you want to add something more? What are the other new things that are coming in? What do you think? What are the other new things that might be getting added to the card in the future?
Well, I guess the coolest feature that may be in the pipeline coming down soon is going to be actually like a virtual card, where you won't even have to carry a card. You'll be able to have an app on your phone and do it. I know that there's been some early testing on that, but I'm not going to promise it's going to come out in the next 30 days. It's down the road, but it's something that I think everybody's looking forward to
So
see.
how would it work? So I will have the virtual card in my mobile app, and I just need to show it there. How would it work typically?
Yeah, that's how it will work. Exactly.
Okay.
I'm not a technical guy, as you know, so I'm not going to give you any details on it because I don't know and don't understand them. But
We'll
all
wait
I know
for
is
it. We'll wait for it. I think that's a really cool feature that's going to come up. So I think, Jim, we've covered everything. Thank you so much for coming on our show and on our channel. It means a lot for us, and it answers a lot of queries. And I think with this, a lot of doubt around the queries that were raised, we've been able to answer them. Thanks again, Jim, and you have a wonderful day.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. See you soon.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.
All right.
That was Jim Yates from TCS Fuel. With the Maxtruckers TCS Fuel card, you get number one, a 35 cents average saving per gallon. Number two, you can save on tire service and more. Number three, you get a fuel finder app. Number four, you can have multiple cards for your company, and each card can be customized as per your business requirement. Number five are all the other features and benefits that you get with the card. Now this card is absolutely free for you, my trucker buddies. All you need to do is there's a link below in the description. Please apply on the link, and one of us will get in touch with you and help you with the application process. Hope this video was helpful for you. Please like and subscribe to our channel so that you stay updated. Till then, drive safe, make lots of money. Cheers.